Hey everybody, 7up07 here, and welcome back to Let's Play Dragon Quest VIII. We are just now able to leave Iskantha, so we're going to be heading over towards Pickham now, and it's not very far at all. It should only take about a part and a half to get there. We get almost all the way there in this part. It's just because of a couple side stops that we don't. There's not much to do on the way there. But there is one important side quest that we start. It doesn't take long right now, but it does contribute a lot of time to the game later on. Throughout. Just while we're going through places, we'll be doing it, and then also we have to backtrack a little bit if you want to fully complete it. Add that to boomerangs there. And in Pickham, when we get there, there's quite a bit of stuff to do. A large part of it I do off-screen, simply because it's repetitive and doesn't need to be shown. I'll just show a little bit of it. Part of it is the fact that there's a lot of stuff to buy, and I didn't have quite enough gold to buy it all, because I have to spend it on other things, like a whole bunch of holy water and stuff like that. Plus, I haven't been doing... I've been avoiding battles as much as I possibly can, and I'm not wandering around a whole lot, so... Therefore, I don't have quite as much gold. So, I do have to go outside Pickham and battle a little bit. That was pretty cool right there. Yeah, there's a chest right down there. And that's what we're gonna go towards to get. But for some reason in the video, I stopped going towards it and I turned around. I don't know what exactly I was thinking at the time, but I go back and get it later on. I don't even remember what's in it, but just keep going towards it and get it. I really have no idea what I was thinking. But yeah, the only stop that we really make, other than this chest, which we don't even fully do, in this part, is that there's just a little Lakeside Cabin that we stop at, and there's no items or anything there. It's just an inn, and you can save. So there's like a priest there, so... There's not a whole lot of excitement in this. And if you didn't notice, right there on the right, there was a visible monster. And that's what the side quest that we're going to learn about in the next part has to do with. You know, I've been telling y'all to skip visible monsters that we've passed so far. There's only been a couple, really. But we're going to go back to those pretty soon here. These calamari kids are so easy. They always, like, run off or stare into space or... doodle. Don't ask me. Most of the monsters on the way to Pickham are rather easy. See right there, I don't know why I felt like I needed to turn around. Like, I somehow was thinking in my mind I already had gotten the chest. I really don't know. So over there in the left corner, you can see there's like a little house looking thing. And that's the Lakeside Cabin that we're heading to. So it's not far at all. And even after the Lakeside Cabin, we still move a little more towards Pickham. So there's hardly any traveling left to do for the next part. So we actually do a couple things in Pickham in the next video. There's a lot of things in Pickham. It's not so much there's a lot of things to buy, but there's a lot of things that are expensive. And one thing that's really annoying about Pickham, the other thing that's off-screen that I have to do, is the casino, and that is very time-consuming. And it will be very annoying but there are some very cool items there that I really like to get. So, landscapes in this game are so good. Just go to the left over here and down this little slope, and there's a Lakeside Cabin right there. Yay! So, like I said, it's just an inn and a priest, no items. You shouldn't even really need to stay the night here, because you shouldn't have taken much damage from the monsters so far unless you were training on them. Which, if you're less than level 16 or 17, wouldn't be a bad idea, but there's not really a boss for quite a while. Well, there's one coming up in a dungeon, but it's still a good ways from here, so I wouldn't worry about that right now. You'll gain enough level in the dungeon itself. But we still have quite a few things to do around Pickham first. Pickham is sort of, you know, all of this, the towns really sort of follow the fact that you have to go into town, something will happen in the town, then you have to go to get something in some dungeon, and then you'll fight a boss there, and then you come back to the town, you know. I mean, but somehow that doesn't get repetitive to me. If you think about it, it is. But then there's a lot of other things that are thrown in there to mix it up, so I guess that's why it's not bad. See, all these new guys are still pretty weak. I mean, they have attacks that do over 10 damage, but that's nothing really. And they have pretty low HP, so they're nothing to worry about at all. What else do I need to tell you? Straight dead ahead, there's the road that we need to follow. And over on the right, there's a little treasure chest that, is locked, with a key beyond the thief's key. So we'll have to backtrack and come back to that when we get the proper key. Which we won't have access to until, I believe, 3 dungeons from now. I don't remember if I'm thinking correctly or not. Maybe just 2 dungeons. I don't know. And that's the magic key that we're gonna get. And then there's actually one more key after that. So there's a lot of backtracking. If I'm gonna get all the items, there's a lot of backtracking to do. Especially like I was saying with the monsters. So there's the road, and that goes straight to Pickham, but there is one stop to make first. We're not going to get far down the road here, because there's going to be a battle. And then that's about it, all the far we can get in this part. See that little building over on the left? That's where our next stop is, and it doesn't take very long there. Because we just have a small cutscene that happens there that simply introduces us to the side quest. But most of actually completing the side quest will take place as we go. But we will be visiting that building quite a lot throughout the course of the game, of course. Okay, so that's where I'm going to have to cut it off. In the next part, we'll start that side quest and work our way to Pickham and do a few things there. So I will see you guys then.